How about now? It says I have. Oh, thank you, Lord. Let's see if I can rename this. Really don't want to miss anything now. Letting people find me and redoing my title. I am so sorry. Okay. Good morning. No idea what happened. No, my other one was not. Good morning. I am so sorry. No, my other mic was not even on. What I did without thinking what I was doing before, I should have told you guys what I said. I said, be right back. At least I think I did, if I remember my alphabet and sign language, which is all I used to know. I went over and I shut off my camera at the USB because I've got a USB strip with each individual and having their own on and off switch. I shut off the USB and turned it back on, not realizing it would not come back on for you guys, period. And I don't know. That's all I did. It was on, it was chosen, it was all the things that were in my tech side were done. So it was either YouTube or I just needed to restart the camera. But my computer did say the mic was working. So thank y'all for bearing with me and refinding me. Good. I'm going to get back in here and say good morning again. Good morning, Halo. Good morning, Melissa, Practically Creative. Good morning, Dee Dee at My Big Tidy Up. Good morning, good morning. And the Nightbot was fixed last Friday. Yes, because I am a tech genius. By which I mean I touch all the buttons until I figure it out. That's right. I think I've completely deleted that other one now. I'll have to go back in and check. I don't know what that's going to do to my analytics. Melissa says, I just wanted extra likes this morning. Dee Dee, the pot is working. We are winning. We're going to take the win and we're going to move on like that never happened. You get that feeling? That's kind of how I do life. It goes wrong. Pick up, turn around. Don't even look back. It's not entirely true, but I try to. Okay, bot is working. My mods are working, and I appreciate my mods. I think I forgot to tell them I appreciate them after the last live. I'm still getting back into the groove. And bonus, although you may not be able to stick around for that long, I can stay on here a little bit longer because my husband started a new, I'm very, very happy for him, may I add. He started a new position at work, a lot less stressful on his body. You know, he works at a factory. He had very, very hard factory work. And there was chemicals that were affecting his asthma, and they were going to move his job in between two washers, which is all chemicals. And the heat between those two washers, I've worked in the factory. I've been at the washers, 130 degrees on a hot summer day. No relief. So anyway, now he has a job in shipping area. Shipping? Let us know what it's called. He's going to get on to me. If he hears this, he doesn't watch this. And I have a whole list of things I need to say this morning before I get started on my stuff. Oh, Melissa says, don't mind me. Folks, I'm just relearning the commands. I didn't even have my commands up. I thought I was on it. Okay. Anyway, he started a new job, which has new hours. It's at the same place. He's been there over 20. Wow. Over 20 years. Pretty sure it's over 20 years. Don't mind my fan. Hopefully y'all ain't getting it. putting my hair in my coffee. Mike needs to stop picking me up slurping. Oh, okay. In the last week, I did not do anything. I did put something under my machine, seeing if it would muffle it, but I don't think it's going to, and I'm going to take it off eventually. It's just it's a kid's styrofoam puzzle play thing. Ooh, okay, this is how we start the morning. Wake up. Anyway, his hours have changed. His breaks have changed. He's been told not to call me. He said he'll call after 9, closer to 10, so I should be fine there. Yesterday, I had to text him to say, hey, what you doing? Because he calls me at both breaks and lunch, and we just stay on the phone, listen to each other breathe. We're that kind of weird. Actually, I think he does it to keep people from talking to him. No, they don't know he's on the phone because he's got his ear things in. Anyway, his breaks changed, and he gets to set his own breaks. So he staggered them, evenly. And he gets to working, and if a truck is there, he doesn't get to take a break until he loads the truck or, gets the inventory done, whatever it is. So I'd text him, hey, with a mad face. And then my phone would ring. I didn't even realize it was break time. And his last break is about when the trucks kind of all come in. So he has to take care of when he's scheduled to take care of all those before he can do anything. So anyway, this should not be interrupted by a break because I don't plan on going for 3 hours. I really plan on stopping at 1. I noticed last year they were all about 2 hours, which explains why I had so much trouble. Anyway, good morning. And good morning. I hope everybody from the other one found us. And I do apologize. I think it was a YouTube problem. Thank you for all the links. Dee Dee, how was my alphabet? I know. Thank you. I love you. Let's just stop when we're ahead. Melissa says, Wade scares me when he calls me during the day. He normally texts me when he gets to work because of traffic. And Dee Dee says, not bad. Okay. Which actually, in a strange roundabout way, brings me to my first on my to-do list. I posted a short after last week's live where I continually called the channel I watch not by the right name. Continually. I did it at least twice, and I know I've done it before. I even do it when I'm talking to my husband. I say behavioral panel. It's behavior panel. I apologize. I got shirts to say it. I should have worn one today. I tagged them in the video, and I even put I'm going to apologize on my next live to y'all. Because I felt so bad for, I don't pronounce things right. Okay. All right, nothing in the chat. But anyway, that was on the top of my to-do list for today because I love those guys. My husband does too. It's not a weird thing. Got an armadillo out there. Not a squirrel, an armadillo. That has now went away. I was checking. It was close. Anyway, okay, so behavior panel. See, I can say words. Yes, behavior panel. No AL. And if you haven't checked out my description box, there is measurements for whatever I'm making. There's measurements and the videos, kind of the how-to for it, and try to post pictures and all that. Also in the description box, and sometimes in the first comment, there will be links to my moderators, my friends, people who join in the chat who have channels that I remember. And if I forget, I apologize. And I just forgot. Why did I forget? All I can think is Pug Mom. I am so sorry. Deb. And I had her last name, but it doesn't say that anymore. I added Deb to the bot. So, and of course, Halo, and who is Angel? Dee Dee, who is my big tidy up, and my friend Dawn, who is my quilt projects, are all down there. And I would like to give a special shout to my friend Dawn over at my quilt project. She's like a lot of YouTubers. If you checked out my community tab, and if you haven't, you should do that once in a while. Occasionally, there's something worth seeing. Maybe not. Check it out just to see. Thank you, Melissa. I can't words today. If you don't have the chat up on the replay, please put the chat up. What I say will make so much more sense. Dee Dee at my big tidy up says, yes, you can words. We can do hard things. And doggone it, we're gonna. Oh, honestly, I just get on here to laugh. But anyway, I've had some YouTubers I follow that have been having a hard time keeping up with YouTube's want for content to keep them in YouTube land, which I understand why one feeds the other, but it can be very hard, very daunting, very overwhelming when you have life, a community, your home community, and all those things that you're trying to do and keep up with your YouTube channel like a good content creator should. We all need a break. Everybody needs a break, whether they're a content creator or a viewer, a subscriber. We all need to take breaks sometimes. And I would ask you all to please, good morning, Quilty with Stephanie Stitches. I would ask you all please to remember, as a viewer, let your content creators know, take time off. We're going to be here. We're not going to take off on you just because you need a week or two, or maybe a month, because things get overwhelming. And I've said before, I'm very grateful for my community. I had some bail, but I got more back. So, and I understand that too. There's no content being put out for almost a year. So anyway, just remember, YouTube likes it when you go watch things regularly, even if they're not providing new content regularly. So give them some views, give them some watch time, give them some comments that are kind and encouraging, because we can do hard things. Find something to like. And if you have a criticism, you should first say something ridiculously kind, and then put the criticism in a way that it doesn't sound like criticism. It sounds like a suggestion that you might want to try. I like that. I usually don't have suggestions. My hair keeps going in my mouth. In a second, I'm going to choke on it. That probably was it. Anyway, go visit Dawn over at My Quilt Project. She has a sew along that she started. She hasn't been able to finish it yet, but I'm going to try to make some of her blocks. I was trying to make them into FPP, and my printer ran out of ink. So now I have to wait for ink, because I don't want to make traditional blocks at the moment. Okay. Well, Miss Stephanie, I guess now that the crew's all here, I really should make Dee Dee blue. Dee Dee needs a wrench to throw. And Sherlock says, I get off the social media quite often. Yes, she does. Sometimes she's like, I haven't been on YouTube. And I'm like, don't blame me. My big tidy up says, yes, ma'am. Say it again for the people in the back. Lord, it is hard. Unless you were creator, you have no idea how hard it is, and the pressure to constantly put out content and the guilt you feel. Yes, and there is Mom and Pop. Also, I should just give her big blue wrenches today. Blue wrench, blue wrench, blue wrench. And that's right. We do. I guess I shouldn't speak for everyone, but we do feel guilty when we're not doing it, when we're not getting things out there. Dee Dee puts very positive memes, vibes, sayings on her community page, and then when I get on my phone, it says subscriptions, that's got that red dot. I click that and it usually takes me to my community pages that of people I follow. I scroll through there and then Dee Dee gets spammed. Thank you. Yes, girl. Because she is always up on top. Good morning, peeps. Laura Lynn. Good morning. Good morning. I was just giving a chat about, be kind to content creators. If you're a viewer, I'm a viewer on most channels. In fact, if they're in my chat right now, I guarantee I'm a viewer. Maybe a lurker. Let's see. And Mom and Pop, are you guys on this afternoon? It is Tuesday. Yeah, it's Tuesday. I'm going to get to sewing. I started late because we had technical difficulties. Not my fault. Maybe my fault. Let's see. Okay. A couple more announcements because I am on a roll. Be kind. Melissa, Sylvia, and I, which is Coleen Create. Coleen Create. We're going to back that up. Take 2, 3, 4. Melissa, Sylvia, and I. Sylvia, who is at You and Me FPP here on YouTube. Melissa, who is practically creative and practically spamming my chat with links. Thank you. And myself, and you need to read the channel name because apparently I've forgotten it. We do a lot of stuff together, and we've decided to start using the hashtag hat trick, and we've got a hat trick playlist, each of us, that includes all 3 of us on whatever we're working on right now. We're doing the block of the month, which is a dynamic trio, hashtag dynamic trio. For those, and I am playing catch up. So, and we've each got playlists, but even the Christmas, the holiday hop, and things like that we do together. Our lives over at Melissa's are in there. So we each have the playlist. If you guys want to check those out, we always have laughs together. Good time. Good information too occasionally. Okay, Halo say good morning. And Mom and Pop says yes, regular time. I think I've got their time in the bot. Did I update that? I did. Live Tuesday, 11 a.m. EDT. I don't remember what that stands for. See, I am so slow. And then Saturday. And if I know what time you're going live and you're in the bot, I will put the lives in there and encourage people to go visit you. Because I visit happy people and I like happy people. And Mom, Laura Lynn, Stephanie, Melissa, all of them. Big smiles. Always kind. Okay. EST. I think I put EDT. That explains that. I'll have to fix that. I'm sorry. I will fix that. I'm terrible. Anyway. Mom and Pop says, love that idea. Thank you. My big tidy up Dee Dee says, hat trick. Oh, y'all are clever. She gets sports. I don't know why that kept coming to my mind. And I was like, every time there was a hat, every time there's 3, I was like, hat trick, hat trick. Don't know why. Halo. Oh, she's saying, let's see, morning at Mom and Pop quilt shop. Yes, she says, I just realized that rhymes. I didn't. I am the slow kid of the room, too. I wasn't calling you slow. Angel is not slow. She has a fabric store. And what Wednesdays? Is it like the first, second Wednesday? She does some kind of video and then she does a live cherub chat, which by the way, I'll get to go to now. Unless my husband changes his times for his last break again. Get to go. I forgot about that. I need to remember to put that in my phone. We wanted to make it easy for folks to find all of our collaborations. Yes, Melissa says. Melissa is so much. I don't want to insult her friend because she gets on to me for that. Melissa is well articulated. Well articulated. Very articulate. Let's move past that one. ET makes her want to. Oh, just Mom Pop says thank you for the shout out. You're welcome. I'm small, but I've got a big mouth. Always, always love my friends. Angel says, I just say ET now. I get confused where we are. They're in Virginia, by the way. ET makes Melissa think of phone home. Me too. And there's Angel. I do not have her times because I don't think I think I was doing a lot of driving. You can always email me. I would like to include them if that's okay with you in the bot. What times stuff you do. Okay. Angel, yay. However, I have changed the times during shop hop. Oh, doggone it. And that's the second doggone it today. Okay. You can email me. You can put it underneath one of the videos if you want to, and I'll see it. It doesn't, it's fine with me. You can tell I like promoting my friends. And some of them sell fabric. Just saying. Let's see. Melissa uses big words and she shouldn't. I do. I don't usually use them right, but I do use big words. As I read Dee Dee's comment. Oh, I'm telling you, I just get more happy. And I get it. Then IQ asked why I do lives, and I wanted to put in there because it makes me happy. I get to smile and laugh and all the good things, share people. Okay, Dee Dee said, I'm beginning to question what you have in your coffee cup this morning, my friend. Mom and Pop quilt stuff. I got a big mouth too. Dee, you don't tell on me, I won't tell on you. I'm not sure what I'm going to tell you yet, but I'll think of something. I'll make it up if I got to. Yesterday, my husband comes home. He cannot stand when Josh and I are disagreeing about something because we don't very often drag him into something that we're disagreeing about. So when he came home last night, I was being ornery. Josh, you going to tell him what you did or what happened? You tell him. Oh, no, you're going to tell him. Why don't you tell him what you did? I didn't do anything. You did something. So I'm trying to panic my husband. And me and Josh are going back and forth like this for a while. And he's not going to take a shower until he finds out what's wrong. Comes down to it. Josh says, tell him how you're upset about his phone calls. And I was like, I don't know what you're talking about. And then he says something else. And I said, and my husband says, see, he learned that from you. It's like, yes, he did. Tell the story till it comes to the end and then walk away. And when I say story, that was my grandma's word for lie. I think Missouri's got their shop hop going too. Let's see, where was I? Angel says, it's okay, but wait till September when we are done with crazy time. Great. I understand that. Practically creative. Laura Lynn, we like that about you. Yes, we do. We love that about Laura Lynn. I'm telling you, I need the fan. Not so much hair in the mouth. Oh, yeah. I forgot that. Melissa says, Dee Dee, we asked that when Laura Lynn at Mom and Pop Quilt Shop drinks her water during lives. It's a clear liquid. That's all we really know. Mine's not clear. This one is. I should be drinking that. I donated plasma yesterday, and then I did nothing the rest of the day. Nothing, because I couldn't. If you have somewhere that has a plasma donation, blood donation place for around you, and you're able, please go and check them out. In the U.S., donating plasma, they can't pay you for those things, but you get gifted money on a card in the U.S. I don't think they do that for blood, but you're helping out other people. And I've noticed, especially plasma and blood, it goes to help make other What am I trying to think of? Treatments for people in some cases that can't leave their house without plasma. I guess it's infusions of some kind. I don't know. I know my husband goes, he doesn't get like plasma infusions, it's medication, and some other people may be in it too. It's an anti-inflammatory to stop, and it's got something else that stops his body from attacking his colon. Is the dumbed down version. So, and you know, I don't know, maybe people who donated blood and donated plasma contributed to that kind of thing. But anyway, I do it twice a week. It kicks my butt. I try to stay hydrated and do nothing afterwards because it doesn't let me. Now, last week I had a bad Tuesday. I realized that when I rewatched it. Melissa, you shush. I don't know if the bot will kick you for saying that word or not. I'll explain in a minute. Anyway, I'm going to be on here a while today. I think I got that to-do list done. Last week, I thought I could donate Monday and then do, what was I? Oh, I was doing this. Do all of this late Monday afternoon. I sat there and I have a tutorial going up. I was working so hard to control my hands Monday and Tuesday. I was not doing very good at anything else. I shouldn't have done it. I should not have worked on anything Monday. I should not work on anything Thursday. I've learned a lesson. I really have. I don't like that feeling. Okay. I should move my phone. But I like doing it. Let's see. Melissa calls my donating plasma. Yeah, I don't remember what I said, but I said something that led to this. Something about standing in line. You got to check your blood before you donate and make sure you're not going to pass on any virus, or not viruses. Whatever. Not going to pass anything on through your donation. And make sure you're fit to donate, I guess. Anyway, whatever I said led to Melissa starting to call it hooking. I hook on Mondays and Thursdays, and my husband thinks it's so funny that he has picked up the habit. Oh, you're hooking? Only Melissa gets to say that. Good morning, Deborah Holdman. Are you back home? Were you back home last week? And Brenda Foley, thank you for finding us again. We had some technical difficulties. She says she's lurking and off to work. Enjoy work. Have a good day, though. Oh, okay. Oh, they hooked me up. That's what led to the hooking. How many times did you see that? I question my choices every day, people. Every day. Okay. I was gonna do these last two. I moved things. Flying Geese yesterday, and then I decided not to. So I need to get those done. And I moved, pardon me, the disappearing woman. Half disappearing. I have other rulers. My ruler is also over there. Trying to set it up, this little table in back of me. I actually pull it over to my couch so I can work on it. When you see the overview shots of my cutting mat that's gray, I'm at my couch. I can't cut at my table, and I can't cut over here for very long. Okay. Number one fan. 1.4 inch stitch length. And I realized when I watched my videos back that my machine is very loud. This is the 2-inch strips, except for this one's like 1.5. I use scraps. I am lining it up. Everything I did last week, I'm doing this week, except for that's number 3, and we're going to go for number 2. Why, Coleen? Why must we do this? Okay. Stephanie is live, and I think I've got all her links in there, so I didn't have room for that link. She is live Saturday, as she puts up videos Monday and Sunday, and when she wants. And she has some of the cutest shorts too. I think we're all just rocking shorts. And if I sew slower, it's quieter. Since I explained this like 20 times last week, and I'm also putting a video up for it, and unless asked, I'm not going to explain it again. I'm doing the Flying Geese FPP and the other parts, traditional. Yeah. My screen says you can see what I'm doing. I really don't feel like chopping my head off today. All the links to notions and such that I use are down below in the description box where it says more. One, two, three. My scrap picked up threads. And this block is in the, see, it just started. I really need, I thought I was on it, y'all. Thought I was on it. You know what I say? That's what I get for being cocky. If you hear something crash, ignore it. I'm going to. I'm doing blocks my way from this book that Halo has in her shop. And by the way, this block, over the weekend, I did look at the instructions because I don't look at the instructions. It says, since I pretty much have it together, and I can't see them. It's written pretty little. What I could squint was not something I would have done in the first place. I would have done it this way. I'm trying to remember what. You know, I get silly, I get technical problems, and my brain just goes bleh. I was trying to remember what Stephanie was working on. She has a collab with another creator on a pattern. And I got her pinwheel picnic over the weekend. And the FPP, it was on sale this weekend. I don't know if it's still on sale. That I was going to make, but run out of printer ink. Why? Why did I run out of printer ink? I have a problem. I'm hoping that's it. It may be the generic chips aren't working for the computer, or for the computer and the printer. I'll find out this weekend whether I need a new printer or have to buy the more expensive ones. I'll get a new printer and go back to cheap ones. This thing's been here 8 years or so. It's done its job. It's done. Wise man says, turn the stupid geese. I don't know why I try to cut around like that. I never get the right pressure. Ever. Okay. Oh. It's been a second. I forget things. Let's see. Oh, Deborah is a woman on the go. I'm not using a light board. I'm just lining up my raw edges. Thank you all for joining me. I miss having silly fun time, and I know there's probably some men that subscribe, but there's mostly women in my chat, and I kind of like that because I'm more comfortable. I'm going to be a horrible YouTuber if I get bigger. Oh, man. I messed that one up. Why did I mess that one up? You know what? It's in the seal now. It's like just that right there. That's going to be on seal nodes. I'm not picking it out. Quilting Rebels Unite. I don't know why I think I'm funny. I really don't. To quote a friend of mine, takes a wackadoo to know a wackadoo. I don't snort it. I never snort. Oh my gosh. Coleen, okay. If you work a tiny bit closer to your machine, we can see better. If you work a tiny bit closer to your machine. The camera? Have fun, Dee Dee. Time for me to record for my Friday video. Friday video at 5 from my friend Dee Dee. So I'll be here listening, but no more chatting. Have a great day. All. Have a great day, all. It wasn't just for me. It was for everyone. That's how they grow. By the way, Dee Dee uses the term wackadoo. I like it. The one advantage to having instructions on the computer is that you can make them bigger. Yes. That's what I was trying to think of. That's what I was wanting to say. Well, this is 8 years old. That printer doesn't owe you anything. LOL. No. Deborah, going to decide on the fabrics for the professional tote, hoping to get it done before we leave. Nice. I know Laura Lynn did that with, was it Quinny? With Quinny. I remember things occasionally. Usually I'm like, I don't know where I saw that. Not the camera, just your work. Like, oh, that? Gwenny and Laura Lynn made 2. I thought so, but I didn't want to say that because then I'd feel stupid if they only made that one. They made one recently, but I'm positive they made one a while back. Like last year? I think it was last year. Let's see. My work. Yes, there we go. Okay. I'm not. It's almost 8 o'clock. I ain't going nowhere. People have to jet. I understand. An hour is long enough for me. By the way, if you missed it, I did apologize to the behavior panel for saying their name wrong like 20 times. My back stitching at the beginning and at the end. Laura Liz says, love that toe. It is, if I remember right, it is efficient at carrying all the things. Now she needs to share, but it can't go any further that way. Let's try it this way. Maybe I can do 2 cuts this way. Don't know why I was trying to do it the other way. We'll find out why you said that in a second. Lori. Oh, that'll be pretty in orange. Lori says, I'm wondering if they have Peaky and the Brain fabric, LOL. Lori. Not to say things, I'll give you that look. You go, whatever, totally. I know. Okay, we finished those 2. It only took an hour. Okay, I've got these 2 geese. Now, done with this, done with this. That too. Okay, these 2 flying geese. The center is the star, and I've already done these parts. This is, I'm going to call this the top, and repeat on the bottom, the side, and repeat on that side. And then I'll put the 3 in the middle together. You'll see. See. I hope, Lord willing, I get this done today. Let's see. Where were these going? All right. Now I'm going to try to remember how I did it the other day. First, oh, these still have papers on them. I don't like sewing the papers into the seams, and I saw remove the ones out of her seams this weekend. I was like, duh, why do we not just do that? Sometimes you want them to keep the line, I know, but now this one was actually printer paper. It was just a little bit tougher, but you can see it's coming off easy. I also know Stephanie uses printer paper because she's got it, and I use newsprint because it's cheap. And if I have to buy it, I might as well buy the cheap. My pens are over there where I was trying to cut some stuff, so quilting rebel. It's only good if I keep that tip. Otherwise, who cares? And I can see it, so I also tell that I didn't clip it because my machine didn't go. I've just stop helping myself. And I'll do these. Just flip them over on each other. Turn it so you can see the one with the intersection you want to miss. You are new. Don't do that. Try to eat it. I'm using my tape because I don't have my 1/4-inch foot. I didn't even realize I didn't. I was just automatically doing it. Try this. When it does that, I just go in further, then back stitch, and then go forward. No needle has been cleaned. It must be alive then. That's the only other explanation. Did I show you that I cut my points? That dark fabric there, you can't even see it. That was not helpful. My proud woman just went. There, we could see that one. They should be supervised at all times. That one's over too far. Uh-oh, what did I do? Anybody else spinning? Perfect points, Laura Lynn says. Thank you. Somehow I scooted this one over. It's not quite right. But the point was good. Where is anything? Take that apart. Anybody else spinning? Going to be long-term project. Oh, the little emoji thingy was hiding you. Melissa said she's spinning. I hope it's not. Okay, nobody else, just you. I don't know if you can see that. This is my eyebrow trimmer, which I should use for its proper use occasionally. Also, very efficient. Getting rid of the seam. Whoops. I think my hands getting nervous when there's a close-up. They start trying to do their own thing. Not your turn. Okay, we're going to redo that. I'm not going to worry about those threads. One, it'll come out in the wash too. It's probably going to be hiding. Get those back. I did not line up my edges properly. Had I pinned, maybe that wouldn't have been an issue. And I'm got it turned over the wrong way. I may have pulled it when I was having trouble with this one. Stop that. Make sure I'm lined up down here. May have been my cutting. And I've been saying other FPPs, Fat Quarter Shop doesn't have the dotted line on the inside where the seam allowance is. It's a solid line most of the time. I don't know why. There we go. Now we've got room on either sides. Oh, this was the one that I wasn't impressed with because it was dark right there. Oh. We could do that. Laura Lynn says, oh, thank you for the hearts. Laura Lynn says, gotta head to the shop and get my stuff together. Hugs for now. Cool peeps. Hugs back at you, and we'll see you at 11 Eastern Standard Time, which would be my time, 10 o'clock. Okay. I started to panic. What time is it? Thank you for joining us. I appreciate it. If you haven't checked out Mom and Pop, hey, go over there. They are good peeps. And Halo says, how about we all spin out chairs at the same time? Spin in, out chairs at the same time. I would hit like a million things if I tried to spin right now. That's going to have to be a short. Everybody's on board. We're all going to do. Laura Lynn says, aw, shucks, thank you. Anytime. And we are. See, my brain does not work as quickly as it should because autocorrect would usually caught that. Oh, that should be shorts. Have you tried the quilter spin? By the way, it has been mentioned that YouTubers are not toys, Coleen. Stop tagging them and being funny. Well, I'm joking. It was a joke. Okay. See? Make sure that's right. That way, turn it over. I actually have a close-up of the first one that I did. So if you missed it in the live, there will be a video. Let's see. I'm going to put the bulky side up. Just try to outthink this machine. Okay. How many people are picturing Sylvia over me FPP spinning in her gesture? We shouldn't spin older people. Unless we bubble wrap them. Let's send her bubble wrap. Probably should send me bubble wrap. Okay, stop. This machine is forgotten. It's the good one. There we go. I'm going to take the same side over here and do the same thing. So we can chain piece. Save a little bit of time. See, if I pinned it, I wouldn't have to pick it up a million times. That's not even close to even. Tell you what, next weekend I'm going over to Halo's store and I'm buying some more of those stinking pens to keep some over here and some over on my work table. Okay, let's try that again. I wish I could blame my hands on that, but it's just me. It's just me. Last Monday when I was videoing what I shouldn't have been, I edited it out so you're not going to see it, but I'll tell you what I was saying. I was like, is it just me that messes up everything they do? I cannot do anything the first time through and do it right. I have to redo it or let it ride. I can set these blocks down in the proper order and I can pick them up and they will go in the wrong order. You'd think the couple seconds from there to here, I would be fine. Nope, I'm going to do it wrong. Oh, what is it? It was a hard day, babe. I know I over-exaggerate. Funny. I think we all have bad days. If you don't, we don't want to know. And I wholeheartedly planned on, well, did it again. Nope, I just cut that one too short and it's going to stay. Right? I took the wrong side, but it was the right side. I cut one too short and I'm not redoing it. That's the point I get to. For some reason, I took more than an eighth off that wrong spot. And if you check out the comments or the chat, you usually get great tips from the more seasoned quilters. I'm trying to figure out where that thread came from. That I actually do try to listen to. There we go. It likes speed. It'll go over humps. It likes speed. And I got hump jumpers. I just have not watched a video how to use them yet. It seemed kind of self-explanatory. Can you believe that it wasn't? I'm going to apologize to my mods and thank them for sticking around because I'm going to be on here too long. I know we all have physical problems that we don't like that. We can only do so much. There's Sylvia. Sylvia, we were talking about you. We read typo. Melissa does. Melissa reads typo. And there's Sylvia. Yes, her ears must have been burning. Okay, I'm going to put these back down where they go. So hopefully I pick them up right the next time. Now I'll put the, I'm going to make a short of me just making faces. I know I do. I try to stop. I'm just going to put these both on this, and I'm going to put these two squares on this one, and then add, wait, is that, yeah, that's how I did. I'll put these two squares on this one and add it to this one. In fact, I think I'm going to do the two squares first. And that says paper. I left paper on all of them. No sense in it. Make sure I turn it the right direction because the star legs point should be facing the inside of the star. Looking back at me because I was thinking about getting another monitor. I'm sure we have an extra one around here that's small somewhere, and like mounting it in between these windows. My husband probably won't let me. But my theory is he can't stop me if he's not here. And that's when I fake smile. When he says, you're going to take that down, right? It's not going to stay up there all smiling. Of course I'm going to take it down. I wouldn't leave that up there. No. I'll get to it. I'm going to make sure these are going inward. I don't think I'm the best shower on lives. This is complicated blocks. I do half off the live. I can do better. And then share that. And if that other hair is just in my mouth today, and that's how it's going to be. I'm pushing it the way it wants to lay. I may regret that later. It's to the dark side. Put the other 1.5 inch square on the other side with that flying goose. Flying goose, seriously, I need a bobby pin. I'm not doing too bad at swerving, veering at the end, losing my 1/4 inch though. And this will be finger pressed to the dark side. And now I need to make sure this looks the right way, and it wasn't. And I will get back in chat because I saw Sylvia. And good afternoon, Sylvia. Once our technical difficulties were figured out, we are all fine. Okay, got that one. Okay, now this is how they're laid out on the board. This is the center of my star. This is the one we just put the 1.5 inch blocks on. I'm turn it over and put it on this, and I'm going to sew it from the side. So hopefully I keep my points right there. And I know one end is too short, but we're just going to pretend like it's the right size. If this was somebody else's pattern, I would have to apologize. Okay. And I've changed my mind. Either way, these are going to be folded to a lot of seams. So I'm going to fold that medium fabric in so my seam nests. And then I can cut the seam allowance later to make it lay straight. That bad habit was not just mine. I got that bad habit, although I was doing it anyway. When I get frustrated, like, oh, why isn't this right? Yep, I barely have enough to get that one where it's supposed to be. I kept one of my strips too short. I did not, for some reason. And I will show you. I mentioned I've only been doing this a couple years, pretty much as long as I've had my YouTube channel. And there are people that can do it for a couple of years and be like pros. They are so good. That is not me. Okay, so now we've got this one done. It's the bottom. And, oh, Sherlock has to go. We'll see you later, Sherlock. Lori. I'm trying to decide which way the seam wants to be pressed. It's not really telling me. Oh, I see. Spin. They want to spin. I'll show you what I did first. See right there? A little bit off. I adjusted for it. These bulky seams are going to spin, which means one seam will be pushed up, one seam will be pushed down. And I should iron them. Okay, that one did it right. This side's going to do it right. Okay. Well, they ain't the prettiest. They're a whole lot prettier if you starch them and then try it. Give them a good starch. They lay a lot prettier. That is the secret to getting those to spin good for you, at least for me. I thought I sewed that upside down. I was about to come unglued. No, no, no. Okay. Oh, Sylvia's back is shot. Remembering that quilt. At least I'm now set whilst I hand sew binding. Oh, I'm sorry, Sylvia. You're in my prayers. Still praying for our friend Nancy. Okay, so this one is going to go over to this side, and I am going to press it because I've starched and pressed these. I want to keep doing that. And now we're just going to put these two star legs onto the center, which, by the way, I lost my center last week after the live. I had thrown it in my trash. That's what kind of day it was. I know I cut it. I can. I'll find another one, but why don't I have it? Because you put it in the trash. Luckily, this trash is always emptied, so it's easy. Okay, I got those set up. And I'll sew from this side so I can see if I'm keeping my things over here. Oh, and our friend, I forgot to mention, our friend Shannon over at Slay Arts, who honestly, I love her. I can't keep up with everybody. I need to get her in my honorable mentions again, though, because I had to do a bunch of rearranging. I need to get her back in there. Her and Steph have a collab together, I believe. No, see, that's not okay. I thought I cleaned it. Maybe I didn't clean it. I'm going to go at it from the other side, though, and go further in. And then go backwards. Oh, my bobbin may be getting low, too. Yeah, my bobbin's getting low. Okay, that explains it. May have lost that point in that list. We're going to wrap you in bubble wrap and spin you in your chair, Sylvia, because we're not mean. Oh, okay, still got my point. Oh, it's a bobbin race. That explains why when the bobbin gets low in this thing, it starts eating corners too. I kept the point. Did I look surprised? The other one goes on the bottom. I just need to remember to start further up. Anybody else have that problem with their machine doing that? If it's low on bobbin, is that just me? I never thought to ask anybody. I just accept that it is. Because I did FPP, those tips are a 1/4 inch. I'm not going to say perfect, but that's why I'm keeping the tips, because I use the FPP. If you're going to start FPP, first of all, that's my friend Sylvia. Second of all, start with Flying Geese. Okay, we're going to press. We're not doing too bad. Right now is actually the hour since I got on. And again, I apologize to my moderators. I'm going to use the big board. This one had a different fabric around it, and I peeled the fabric off. That, for some reason, I thought that I wanted to put a foam core board for a lip on top of it. No, I don't know. I try weird things. Even if you tell me it's going to come out wrong, I have to try it. I need to make a to-do list for over here. Get my ironing plug on a hook. That way it doesn't get away from me. I moved, I can't see it, my magazine holder that has my rulers and some patterns, some extra sheet protectors. I moved it up here. Used a binder clip to put my gloves up here, and it holds both my spray bottles. One says water, one says starch. And I apologize for going over. Oh. See, now I have to see. Somebody made a point and I have to see. Thank you for sharing sleigh arts. Ooh. And I think somebody was doing legit kits. I don't remember who was doing legit kits. I think everybody does legit kits. They're very cool. I was thinking Shannon does that, but I'm sure Stephanie did one. Ignore me. They're cool. Oh, who's spinning again? Oh no, Arthur got. Oh. Deborah's still recovering from her trip. Arthritis. Yeah. I am so sorry. I know Stephanie has that too, and oh, I didn't realize that she had it so bad too. By the way, for women who have that, and men, I try not to be sexist. It's just there's mostly ladies. You are doing terrific. You are amazing. You just keep going. You may have to take a break and get it under control, but you keep going. And that is something to be proud of yourself for. I know people are like, well, you shouldn't be prideful. Be proud of yourself for that. Most people can't or don't know how to empathize with that. Empathize, sympathize. My husband's always getting on to me for those words. Because one means something, one means something. I don't care. It's hard for some people to empathize for that. And I understand. And I can tell you, all of our ladies here, you know, you're doing great. If you were sewing for an hour and then you have to sit down all day, good for you doing something you enjoy, but then take care of yourself. Take care of yourself. There's no, what is it, Melissa? You don't get a medal for enduring pain if you don't have to. Oh. Yeah. Melissa's talking about the trip that Deb took on the trike motorcycle, three-wheeled motorcycle. I can't even get on the riding lawnmower, which is lucky for Tim because I'd have to take it from him. It's a John Deere. You can't see in my kitchen. Nope, you can't see in my kitchen. I got a couple John Deere things up there. I like John Deere. I don't have a kitchen of John Deere. I like it in moderation. Okay, not spinning. Heating pad. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go over there and sit on my heating pad when I'm done here. No spinning here. Okay, nobody's spinning. Halo says, I heard Coleen say that's how she spins. I should have said that in part of my cough. Oh, Angel, yes, she did say that, Melissa says. And Angel says, woohoo, great point. Thank you. Thank you. It happens on occasion. Good reason to use, I'm not even going to say it. Good reason to use leaders and editors, I said. It is, and I really need to get in that habit because it is a good habit and it does help. Why don't I want to do it? Because I know it helps. Maybe that's why I don't want to do it. Oh. Oh, I'm not repeating that one. Sylvia says, legit kits are too expensive here in the UK due to postage rates. I think they're too expensive here in the US too, but you get all the things. It's not that they're not worth what they're charging. It's I can't afford it, I guess would be that you get all the things. So when I say that, that's what it is. It's not that they're not worth it. Because my gosh, if you had to do all that, I'm pretty sure they come pre-cut and everything. And all the FPP that comes with them. Woo! Did you see Sylvia? Help me with that. That I'm going to get finished this weekend. If I do nothing else, oh yeah, I have to pick a number for next week sometime too. And you're supposed to let your starch sit and dry. Then here in a second, you're going to see me not do that. Because I not do that. I don't know that I've done the other ones. Starting from behind. So really, I should probably square these up after every one. So this would be 1, 2, 3.5 by 1, 2, 3, 4.5. I'm not squaring it up. I think we all know that I got a case of I don't want a whole lot. And that's just the thing. I don't know. There is a million reasons why you should, though. And I would if I wasn't on a live. I would take the time to try to square that up. Or if I wasn't in pain, because I was just thinking I didn't square the other one up. Oh, these aren't the seams I was looking at. I see it if I spun my seams. I am trying to get all these seams to lay the way they want to. I press to one side. Some people press open. And I did see, I wish I knew who I saw it on, that they did pressing to the side and pressing open. It does make a difference on the size. If your directions say press open, press open. If they say press to the side, press to the side, because it can make a little difference. I can't remember where I saw. Well, it says empathize is the right word. Yes, arthritis is invisible. And that's why I tell people all the time, just because you can't see somebody else's problem doesn't mean it's not there. I saw something one time. It made me very upset. It was a meme making fun of an overweight person on one of those riding shopping carts and said that that's for the disabled, not for you're fat. I left that person's, it was Facebook. I left that person's Facebook page. I was like, you don't know what's wrong with them. Thyroid, arthritis, bone problems, you don't know. And I know they meant it to be funny and people laughed. I didn't. I guess because you can't see scoliosis and most people look at me and say, well, you don't look like there's anything wrong with you. Yeah, except for sometimes I can't walk because of my hip. Okay, now we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's how slow my brain is. We have 5 pieces. See, 3, 4, 5. Should have been faster. I have 5 pieces. I'm going to put the middle together and then add the top. But that's something, when you're looking at somebody and judging them, you can't see what maybe mental or unseen physical thing they're going through. I know at any second the body's going to run out. Oh no, I should have done this from the other side. I think I was trying to save that tip. I slowed the speed down so it can't go faster. Oh, I kept the tip and I moved it over again. Pinning can be important when you're not being a quilting rebel. Oops, I almost took that wrong. I'm going to take the other side. You see the star in the center? Put it over here. And actually, did I list those? Oh yeah, I already put those on. That's what I was looking for. These are pressed the right way. I don't know how I did that. I'm using my 1/4-inch tape because I don't have a 1/4-inch foot on. This time I am sewing with the top of the Flying Geese, so I can see it. I shouldn't go over it. And that doesn't mean I won't fudge it if I see it going that way. All right. I was worried I'd get this done too fast. Fold it over on me. Shame on it. It'll be all right. It's my motto. It'll be all right. It'll be all right. Those are... Well, one was wanting to go that way. Let's spin some more. Put one towards you and one away from you. I did that. Trying to figure out why one did it and the other one didn't. I must have done something different. They'll be all right. I do the same thing over here. One towards me and one over. Can't you see it? Well, this is probably Coleen back in the camera. One towards, one away. I'm not going to show you these because these are not behaving. I should probably use my seam ripper and make them. Well, they're both going to go away. Whether they like it or not, they're going to go away. So, star out. And we have the star. Friends, don't look at front seams. Keep that in mind when I flip this around. And then, oops. This is a lot prettier than I thought it would be. I don't have big vision thinking. I don't. I can't see it until it's together. We're going to put this on this side, and if my pins weren't over there, I would pin it. We're just going to be, the rebels we are. And line up. Having to trim those two. Right here, I'm going to make those nest. They're not going the right direction to nest, but I'm going to make them nest. Seriously, I'm going to get pins over here. Now I am just, sometimes I can get away with it. Not today. Wow. Another thing about the Nightbot, I realized when I go to check to see that everything was working, I could see chat before it comes up on YouTube. But it's not the same because then I'm going what did I say to cause that? Or what were we saying when that went on? Today's lesson is ignore what I said the other day about not using pins and being a quilting module. There's a song. Man or woman, I'm about to change my mind. I could use my clips, which are right next to me. I'm lining up these seams too. Where there's a seam junction. And that's going to pucker. That's why you square it down. So everything fits on me. See? Gotta fold it the other way. Be very careful if you do this. There's I think it was, is it Kendall Taylor? He's in the bot that I watched, and he did that, and I was like, I have been justified by a YouTuber. And because I didn't trim it down, and for friends, I'll show you, it puckered right there. I let it. If you are doing a pattern by someone else, you should follow the directions. Okay, I'll show you where this one, the intersections are going to nest here, 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 and there. And I apologize if somebody said my name. I don't know who Iron Stitches is, but hello, it's nice to meet you. Hello, anybody I missed? Oh, vintage singers, nice. Tracy, I was wondering where you'd been. I I think it was Mom and Pop's chat I was watching. I don't remember seeing you, and I was wondering how you'd been and where you'd been. Hello. Yeah, we all know Tracy, Iron Stitches, formerly Sew Journey. I'm going to have to remember that. Oh. Melissa says, I can walk through the grocery store, but if I do, then I can't walk for several days. Arthritis is not fun. Yeah, that's why I do store pickups. I'm sure I look fine when I go up there, but I know there's a lot of able-bodied people that do store pickups. I actually do it because I can't do the shopping. Okay. Deborah took off. She went to the shower. Bye, Deborah. I'm very late, but you know I love you. Whoops. Oh, and I think we lost Halo. I keep clicking on things that want me to kick people out. Thank you for joining us. If you had to leave and I missed it, I apologize. You know that I don't ignore people on purpose. If it's someone that I feel that is good enough to be ignored, is somebody I feel is good enough to be booted. My potato chip behind me. Yeah. Yes. Yes, that's my potato chips. I'm thinking these, and why doesn't my finger go the right way when I'm on here? Those up there may have to go in the same quilt as a sampler type instead of with these blocks over here. 2-room basement and a sunroom and an upstairs bedroom, not exactly a studio. I got this and a bookshelf. Actually, I've kind of taken up with other bookshelf too. So. It's good to have space. Yeah, Melissa says. And looking really good, Coleen. Okay. Tracy. Speaking of Tracy's, my other favorite Tracy. She's probably sleeping. I forgot. I was going to ask her. This is how loopy donating plasma makes me. I started to ask her if she wanted to be a moderator for me. She's always been a moderator for me. Okay. I am lining these up. I see her. I may just, no, it'll be next week. Next week is payday. I'm going to order some more pens so I have more pens. I was wondering why you needed so many pens. Now we know. See, the thing about the bobbin race is anytime you expect it to go, it won't. Whoops. I can't remember. I don't remember if I said this or not. See, I can't remember how to make shorts when I got back on YouTube. I sat there and I stared at my computer all day trying to remember how to make a short. Not just remix, actually make a short. And eventually I remembered, but I told my husband, I was like, I've made 1,000. Why can't I remember? My brain was just overloaded. I needed time to find that information. And this is the Oddfellows chain quilt block from the book that after 2 years you'd think I could remember the name of. Just right off the top of my head. Although it's not made like the book is, I believe, some type of skill builder thing. I'm realigning my edges there. Not where I wanted them. So if you do it like they do it, you learn new skills. If you do it like I do it, you do what you want. And maybe you don't learn new skills. I think I have. I think I did do one in kind of the style they would. But I don't look at the instructions till after I made it. I'd made all these when I looked in the instructions and went, yeah, I wasn't going to make it like that. Some of these threads clipped off. This looks a mess, but after it's starched and, quilted and all that good stuff, this back over here. Did I shut that off? I love you guys. You guys are so great about keeping me company while I do things that just don't make sense. Like this. You push one way and the other way, and then it's going to behave. See what else we're ready. Now it'll go where I want it to. I think Miss Ellen, our friend, I don't know what the name of the station is now. The station, the channel, Campbell's Creations. I think I need to update her name. I don't remember if I did in the bot. I think she's on today. I haven't been able to get one of her lives in a while. I have a bunch of laundry I need to do, but that's the great thing about watching people on TV. Is I get to do laundry and my cleaning. Next week, I need to remind you guys of a vacuum cleaner tip that Dee Dee gave that I love. First of all, she cleaned her vacuum cleaner. I do that. And yes, my son calls me a vacuum cleaner when I do that. I'm hanging on to the sides and I'm going out from the center. I think I saw Donna Jordan do that. Helps keep it square. What did I do? Did I veer? Oh no, that's where I turned it. Okay. Let's get a close up. This is my variation. Friends don't look at friend seams. Now you've been told. Make the right choice when I do this. Oh, I spent half the life with my hair in my mouth. I need some water. It's going to stay there. But we got it done. And I will put up a tutorial on at least the half that I didn't do live. So you can see a little closer how I do these. And these over here. Oh, goodness. Oh, I don't know what we were talking about. I thought Melissa was telling me to back up. I was like, back up? What did I do? I was paying attention to my chat. I know. Oh, somebody went to that. Somebody's getting over the flu. I'm so sorry. Oh. Yeah. Oh, sister is staying with my brother in Galveston, Texas while I was getting over the flu. I didn't want her to get sick. That's good. What do you say to that? If you're in chat, well, that's awesome. When you're live, you're like, you say that's awesome. You had to, send her somewhere else. I know that's hard on people when they have to do that. So I'm just like, let's move on. Okay, in case you missed it, I will for the third time apologize to the behavior panel for calling them the behavioral panel multiple times. Oh, well, I don't know how to turn this thing off. I can barely see it. I'll tell you how I turn it off usually. It's off now. And remind everybody, visit my mods, my friends. If they got links, they're in the bot, which is in chat. And there's all kinds of conversation going on that you and I both missed. We're both going to get on the replay. Their links are down at the bottom. There are times for lives, if I have them, are up there. There are times for video uploads like Dee Dee does. I don't think I put her upload. I'm going to see. Oh, I am going to pick that up because I need the random number generator on it. Dadgummit. We're up to 3. If it was drinking game, would all be. I don't know what would be drunk. I lost my number generator because I had to do other YouTube things. Okay. Link to Miss Angel's shop for quick and easy block tool. And she doesn't have the squares. Hang on. These things. Yeah, half square triangles. I was like, what? They're square. I must be saying that. Okay. She doesn't have these anymore, but Amazon has these if you're interested in those. I love those. They're very helpful in designing. I don't design much, but I'm good at copying. Quick and easy block tool. 110 quilt blocks in 5 sizes. Random number. And we are going to go from Casper has been here touching my stuff. I would not leave stuff out of reach. Okay. I had the number generator. Which numbers? Okay. 1 to 10. And don't miss the block of the month that Melissa, Sylvia, and I are doing. Go visit Dawn over at My Quilt Project, who's working when I'm on live. That's the only reason she's not here. Okay. 1, 2, what was the number? 110. This is actually my favorite part. But I'm not close enough. Okay. I can see that clearly. Do we have any private information I should be covering up? No. So, a number from 1 to 10 that we haven't picked already. Trying to find the generate. 52. Have we done 52? That is not the right page. We have not done 52. We've done 51 and 56. Why am I so unorganized? I usually have a pen in. 52. Put in my little book. Let's see. That will be the first week of August. Number 52. See what that looks like. Oh, London roads. That looks cool. Hang on a second. Let me have stickies everywhere so I can prevent me from getting in trouble for showing information I shouldn't. At least I did yesterday. Give me a minute. Okay, I think that's good enough. 50, I did say 52. 52 is London roads, and that is London roads. So I see hourglasses and a 3-strip. I think I saw Dawn do this, the first one of the quilt along that she was doing this year, the most recent one this year. I think I saw her do that, and she did these pieces and stripes, and it is stunning. Nope. Pad holder. Yeah. You know, the best. No, I had it all worked out. Now I'm going to be wondering why I can't find the stuff that I had right here. I was doing so good. Iron stitches. I'm so enjoying the notepad binder and the beautiful bag you made, Wendy. Oh, Wendy came in. Good morning, Wendy. I'm sorry I missed you. Hi. Wendy is Gypsy Woman, and she makes beautiful things. She is precise. She's not wild and crazy and doing her own thing, because she is precise and it comes out beautiful. Yeah, don't forget about Hat Trick, which is Sylvia, Melissa, and I. We have playlists with all things us collabing together, and we also have the dynamic trio, us collabing together. Check out our different ways of doing things. We get a block idea, like the elephant. Do elephant block. So we each do our own thing. However we come about that, that's how we do it. It's always interesting to see how differently we pick different things. Like Sylvia, I thought Sylvia would do FPP every time, and she hasn't. And Melissa, I think Melissa does do a lot of the applique, which is stunning. Okay. I Iron stitches. I love carrying the notepad around. It makes me feel so sophisticated. All kinds of sewing related notes. Aww. Wendy does beautiful work. Okay. Oh, what are we surprised about? A lot to be said for paper and pen for taking notes. I need paper and pen. I'm not going to follow it if I put it on my computer. I love my computer for everything else, but I need a to-do list. It needs to be written down. So one, I can do this. I get great satisfaction in doing something and then doing that. Or just, a check mark next to it. Not as satisfying as, I'm just says, oh my goodness, it's good to know I'm not the only one who misplaces the right in front of me. Oh, Melissa, Sylvia says, surprise. I don't know what y'all are talking about, but I'm always surprised. And it's nice when you get older, you get more surprises. Go into the kitchen. What did I come in here for? Oh, I guess I want to drink water. That surprises me. Then you get back to where you are and you think, oh no, I went in the kitchen for food. But I came back with water. Just me. And Melissa says she's doing different versions of applique from simple to complicated. Yes, something for everyone. Beginner, intermediate, more. Seriously, words. I have them, and then they run. They get lost in there. So that's what we're doing. And next week, I don't know how much of this I'll do before. I might do half of it before because it usually works out pretty well if I can do half on one live or half the week before and then half on a live. Don't miss Mom and Pop this afternoon, 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, which is 10 a.m. my time. Dee Dee's drop at 5 o'clock Friday, Central Standard Time. All things cleaning, organizing, decorating. Sylvia says, I might surprise you and do FPP next. I know Melissa's doing that. Well, I don't know Melissa's doing applique when we have a suggestion of what we're going to do. I'm telling you. Whatever was in my coffee has worn off. Prompt. That's the word I was looking for. When it's something like the elephant, I think applique is how we're going to get there. They've got that. I think it's a legit. I don't think, maybe Violet Craft. Someone has a elephant. Not Melissa. Sylvia has done it. Seriously, my coffee is only half gone. I need the rest. But that is, for me, that's way too complicated to do. And I want to keep it fairly simple. But somebody taught me how to make my own FPP. And they're there cheering me along. Sylvia, thank you. Truck. Which way is the truck? Okay. I love it. Next, I'm going to make 69. All these words are going through my head and none of them are the right one. Camaro is in my head because my husband had a Camaro. No, Impala. 69 Chevy Impala. I'm going to design and make after that. That's my car. My dad had one when I was young. I did not appreciate it because I was a stupid girl who didn't know why all the boys loved that car. And as I got older, I realized that was an awesome car. Now, my dad did all the body work on it, sanded it down. He had it primered. He completely rebuilt the engine, I think, and the transmission. He had to rebuild both. But it was awesome. Then we moved and he sold it to my sister for like practically nothing. And her husband at the time blew the engine the first time down the highway because this may be too much mechanic talk. But when you get a new vehicle with no miles on the engines, I don't think they do it now. I think now they kind of run the engines in the factory somehow, to break them in so you don't have to worry about this. But back then, if you got a new engine in, you needed to run it at, I don't think you're supposed to go over like 50. I think that 50 was the speed limit. Of course, on the highways out here in Missouri, Ozarks, you go faster than that. But my dad told him, and this guy knows because he's a mechanic too, you can't run it over that for the first several miles, however many miles it was. He blew the engine and then scrapped the car. My dad was offered like, I want to say it was like $10,000 for that car back in the late 80s. Yeah, back in the late 80s. So, and my dad kicking himself that he didn't take that for the car instead of like, but anyway, that is why I love that car. So when I started watching Supernatural, and this is a whole bunch of Who Shot John, which means blabber. When we were watching Supernatural and I saw my car, well, then that was my show until they went crazy at the end, and then I wasn't so into it. But I liked the show, and I was like, that's my car. Everybody's like, oh, you just like that car because it's Supernatural. No, no, no. That was my dad's car. You have good taste. I just didn't. Okay. Oh my gosh. Tracy says, I got woken up by a bee sting on my thumb this morning. How or when he got in is a mystery. Oh my gosh. Dawn was stung by a mosquito. She woke up and she had a big old red mosquito bite. My quilt projects. Oh yeah. Melissa must be allergic. She said she'd be in the hospital for that. Ooh. Oh, I have a story. See, now it's just story and talk time because I can sit back and relax my back. If you don't want to stick around, it's okay. I get it. If you want to stick around, I'm probably going to be saying something stupid. So there's that to stay for. This fan's making me cough. Let me get a drink. That was an awful loud slurp. I apologize. Last weekend, I went out to water my plants out back. I got a couple of hostas out there that are dying because I'm terrible. Anyway, I go out there and I water them and I come in and I see something. I've got 2 curtains because there's a whole lot of light comes in this back door. I got 2 curtains that I sewed together and then I put on a curtain rod. And I saw a dot, pretty big size dot. And I was like, what is that? Did a fly get in? Or is that something on the curtain? And I reached up and it moved. And so, being the sissy I am when my husband's around, because I am, being the sissy I am, I was like, there's something in the curtain. I think it's the spider. Would you get it? And he's like, hang on. And he's getting up kind of slow for my taste. And I'm watching it, trying to get the dirt off my hands in the kitchen. And he comes over and he gets a paper towel, kind of slow. He comes over and he's going to smush it with the paper towel. And if you love spiders, I'm sorry. We have a lot of brown recluses around here. Known people that got bit by them. Don't mess with them. He has the paper towel and he's going to go take care of this. Tracy said, supernatural. Those guys are certainly supernatural. 3,000 miles sounds right to break in a car. Okay. So he goes over to squish it and he's going slow. And I was like, I'll wash the curtains. Just, don't let it get out of the curtains. Just go ahead. And then he's like, I don't want to get on the curtains. He's a good man. He doesn't want to mess up the curtains. That's responsible. Do it. Burn them. Whatever you got to do. Kill it. That's fine. I'll take care of it. So eventually he's like, okay, I'm going to have to smash between the 2 curtains. And I was like, okay, I'll wash them. Doesn't come out. I'll get different curtains. It is what it is. He goes over and funk. Okay, you got it. I don't think I got it. I think it ran. How did you not get it? The thing was there forever. I don't think I got it. So he's over there looking in the curtains real careful like this, looking in the curtains, trying to find it. Just, real, is it in there? And I was like, give it a shake. He's sitting here doing this. And finally I was like, take it outside and shake it. And he's still going, no, I think it got away though. And I was like, if it got away, we need to find it. Give the curtain a shake. And finally, I come over here from the kitchen. That's a few feet away. I come over here. I take the curtains off. I take the curtains off the hooks. I take it down, open the back door, take it out the back door, and I go out there and I start shaking it and looking, giving it a good shake outside to find out where the spider went to. While I am outside, I hear my husband, I'm not going to say scream like a girl, but very loudly. I found it. It's dead. That was a whole lot of for just to get rid of that spider. And of course, you know what it was? It was brown recluse. He smushed it. He didn't show me this one. I just said I'll accept that it was brown recluse. Because actually, he showed me it before it was dead. He opened the curtain. He says, "Oh, that's a brown recluse. That thing's fast. That'll come at you." Oh, he was so. When the snake got in the house, right next to our baby's bed that one year, I'll take care of things. If Tim isn't around, I'll take care of it. Lizard gets in the house, snakes get in the house. If there's a mouse, I'll take care of it. If Tim's around, I'm up on the ledge of the window screaming, "Get that." I don't know nothing. I think he knows that too. So, snake came in through the air conditioner. Apparently, it was a big snake. It was a 5-6 foot black king snake, which they're not poisonous. I don't want them in my house. It comes in through the air conditioner next to our kid's bed, our youngest, that was like right here. And the foot of the bed came to the window. It goes over to the door. And actually, the door is about the same space as this window and this door. So it's just right here. It reached from here to that doorknob. And you could hear a crinkle. Josh kept saying he heard something. And I kept saying, "No, you didn't." And then finally I was like, he's not going to stop unless I get up. I get up and I turn the light on because our bedroom door was right on the other side. I turn the light on and I see this black across there, 2 feet from my baby. I don't remember how old he was. I was like, "Get out of bed. Slowly get out of the bed and come here." And he got to me and I was like, "Tim, get up. There's a snake in the house. It's a giant snake." And I don't know if he thought I was kidding or what. He couldn't think. Oh, this one's the best. Yay. He says, "You're the best." Anyway, he is going, "What am I supposed to do about it?" Start problem solving, but I'm like, my first thought is always shoot it. It's always my first thought. Can't shoot it in the house where it is. So my second thought was get a broom, let it wrap itself around the handle. It's not poisonous. It'll be fine. I'm not the one getting the broom. And I went and I got a broom and I brought it to him. I was like, "Okay, let it just wrap around the handle," because it will. As soon as you touch it, it's going to wrap around the handle. I've seen snakes do this. My brothers like to play with snakes. Wraps around the handle. He gets it to the back door. I don't remember if he threw the broom and the snake, but anyway, the snake went. I was like, "See, there's a rule. Everything gets to live as long as it stays away from my house." And when it's inside my house, I feel threatened. Anyway, he took care of that snake, but I was like, "What do we do with it?" I don't care if it's 1 o'clock in the morning. What do we do with it? Get a knife? Get a shovel? I think we did get the shovel from the wood stove one time because there was a small snake. Landlord said it was copperhead. Years later, his dad told me he was pulling my leg. I said that wasn't nice. Anyway, I think story time is over. If you haven't seen the behavior panel, guys, you should check them out. And Scott Rouse. Everyone but Greg has a channel on YouTube. I don't know why Greg doesn't have a channel. He may be the smart one. They don't watch me, so it doesn't matter. Okay. back in chat, and then we're going to let everybody go. We stayed way too long today, but I love visiting, and I appreciate you guys coming to visit with me, and I appreciate all the new subscribers. I put subscriber only mode on. So, and it changes how long I want you to be subscribed before you can talk and chat all the time, because we're keeping the chat safe. We're not going to let, as much as we can. And I think that's something that all content creators, they have to make their channel comfortable for them. I may have a little bit different standards than, my friends Melissa and Sylvia and Angel, and I can name everybody in the chat, but I'm not going to today, although I love them. Check out in the more underneath details, a whole bunch of links to people and things, and there may be even, a weird comment down there that I leave just to see if people are paying attention. By the way, people who are paying attention to the end of my, that fan's killing me, of my pre-records, comment if you see what I put, because I think it's hilarious. Okay. Don't miss my premiere on Friday at 10 a.m. I know Fat Quarter Shop is on at 9 a.m. Probably still on, usually still on at 10 Central Time, but it's when I can do it, when my mods can do it, and when we can hang out. So I think this one's only like 20, 30 minutes. So sneak off, come visit, and you can go back. I'm kidding. There's always the replay. There is always the replay. Don't worry about it. Everybody, take care. Glad to see everybody here. I apologize if anybody's arthritis is acting up because I was on too long. I'm getting fidgety in my chair. I do that when my hips start, my back start. It was very good to see everyone in the chat today. Tracy, I love the new name. That is cute. I hope you all had a good time. Tracy says she had a good time. Dee Dee has all the hearts. Don't forget, if you're getting the replay, I know it's at the end now, but you should have lowered that chat. Check the comments. See what kind of crazy things people say. It's usually kind because I hold all the comments until I get to vet them. Again, just trying to keep the neighborhood safe as much as within my power. Have a good week. Enjoy your weekend. Don't forget Mom and Pop this afternoon. Go check them out. Be the light you hope to see in others. Take care. I love you all.